Just two adjacent girls living in a lovely world. They took a podcast train going anywhere, but kind of specifically through Austin, Texas. Yeah, hook 'em horns.
Welcome back, y'all. Welcome to Adjacent Givers. Today we are with a blast from the past.
I know, blast from the past, seriously.
I can't believe it. And oh my gosh, even though I've known her since high school, I mean, she looks amazing and beautiful and the same. Which I don't know how people keep doing that.
Exactly. She looks exactly like high school.
Yes. Who do we have today, Shel?
We have Dionn Stewart Schaffner.
Yay!
Actually, it's Schaffner.
Schaffner.
Thank you.
Schaffner.
Thank you.
And you just had your birthday.
Yeah, well, it's coming up.
Coming up on the 14th.
On the 14th.
Wow. Yeah. And I'm just going to go over some of your stats. Yeah. Let's see. You're a Johnston Ram.
Go Rams.
Go Rams. You're from Austin originally?
I'm a military brat, so I've been everywhere, but I started in 6th grade here in Austin and went through high school here.
Where'd you go?
Where were you born?
Well, I was born in England. Air Force Base outside of England. Then we came to Texas for a few years. Then we moved to Japan for several years. And then we came back to Texas because my older sister was starting high school. And they wanted her to be able to sort of do her whole high school stint in one place.
That's so nice.
Yeah. So then we were here. And then I left for school and life. And then eventually came back again.
Yes. You went to Stanford.
I went out to Stanford and I came back here in 2000.
Wow. Are you glad to be back?
I am. I love Austin.
Yes.
I do.
Yes. It's like coming home all the time. I mean, although you've been all over, this is probably what you designate as home.
Yes, absolutely.
So,
and your sister?
She's in Houston.
Okay. Houston. Okay.
Yes.
So you're not that far.
She went to school with us.
Yes.
How many?
She was 3 years ahead of us.
Okay. Yeah.
When I was a freshman, she was a senior.
Okay.
Wow.
And you graduated a year before me, but you're younger than I am.
Yes, so I skipped 1st grade. I know that was super impressive. I was able to color in the lines ahead of time. So,
you're probably reading.
So I skipped 1st grade. Well, I started in like Montessori, that kind of thing. So when I got into public school, I skipped 1st grade. So yeah, I'm a little bit younger.
A little bit.
Yeah, just barely.
It counts.
Yeah.
And you have 2 beautiful boys.
2 boys.
Beautiful, tall. I'm seeing their picture right here. I'm just like, oh my gosh.
They're both 6'2".
I posted your Christmas picture.
I love it. They're always so like gung-ho to like do what, because we've been doing, fun stuff together always. I'm like, okay, I want to do a pyramid. They're like, okay, fine. Because they know it's better to just go along with it than try to like say no at this point in their lives. So they're like, okay, fine. Just tell us what we're doing and we're on board. So yeah.
So cute. What are their names?
Shay is 24.
Oh, my land.
And Devin will be 20 in February. I mean, how do I have a 20-year-old?
I know.
What is that?
Believe me, I have a 30-year-old, and I'm just like, how is this possible?
Yeah. I mean, the 80s are still only 20 years ago. So
I know.
The math is not mathing. I don't understand.
I know. Somebody was like, it was like a TikTok thing. They were looking at somebody's ID, and she goes, we only serve if you're 21 and over. And he goes, well, I was born in 2004. And she just had to, there was this soft music like, oh my gosh, I can't believe
Oh, it's mind blowing.
Because I still feel like I'm 20-something.
Yeah.
I still act like I'm 20.
Yes. Shelly acts like she's 20. I still feel like I'm 20.
Yeah. And I remember that time very vividly.
Yes.
It was not that long ago.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you're also in amazing shape, and I know you take really good care of yourself.
Thank you.
But and it says here you're a Capricorn, and I'm looking at everything, all the stats on Capricorns, and I bet all of this resonates with you. Strong work ethic, dedicated to achieving goals, level-headed, pragmatic, often good at problem solving, values loyalty and trust. I mean, a visionary, see the big picture. You're always striving to achieve more. These are all the things about you, honest and direct.
Yes, I am Capricorn through and through. Like some people are like, that stuff's like woo woo. I'm like, yeah, but it nails it for me. So I'm here for it.
Same.
My goodness. So
I
you have been doing all your life. Everything's going on. What are you doing these days? What's been going on with you?
Right. So, I'm in my second year of empty nesting, right? So that's a whole new kind
world.
of life stage, right?
Empty nester.
Where do the people know?
Yeah, it's just, although I have to say one of the biggest benefits is like not having to figure out what's for dinner for other people.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can just have a pile of carrots and call it a day.
You can do
Have
whatever you
girl
want,
dinner.
or when you want it. You don't have to like get consensus or this person. And my kids are picky eaters. Like he doesn't like this, and one kid doesn't like that. So that's actually been the best part of it. But it is this sort of new era of like, okay, you're done. 100% actively parenting. You're always going to parent at some level, shape, or form. But now it's kind of fun time to sort of focus on yourself as an adult, human with time and resources and opportunity to really sort of
so true.
Spend your time how you want to.
Right.
And sometimes that can also be a little intimidating, right? Because you're like, well, I better get it right because I had this opportunity. I don't want to squander it.
Right.
So, let me get the right thing. But it's been so fun to just sort of really dig in, and I'm redecorating my house and just doing building out the gym in my garage, and just
so
how
great.
I like it, not having to accommodate somebody else. So it's just been really fun, and I've gone back to work full time, so that's been really fun way to sort of get my mind back in kind of that side of the house as well, and
Sure.
so it's been really great.
And where are you living? Like north, south, east, west?
I'm up in the 4 Points area, so northwest Austin. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm in the burbs. I love it.
You love it.
I do.
That's good.
Well, thank you for driving.
Yeah.
across
you had to
town.
drive all this way.
I love it. I love it.
Oh my
After
goodness.
a birthday celebration last night.
Oh my gosh. Did you go anywhere good?
We actually decided we were going to hang out at home because we wanted to. We're a big football family, and so we watched the Steelers game. Although they lost,
Yes.
but so we watched that and just hung out and had a chill night.
Nice.
Nice. So you are also, what's your new job? What are you doing full time?
I am a Chief Diversity Officer for Bonterra. We are a software company that powers a lot of the software that nonprofits use. So like Cyber Grants, Action Kit.
Wow.
So for me, it was this really great opportunity to kind of bring together all my spheres of all of my passions. So I'm doing DEI work and social impact work. I'm back in software, which is, where I started. And I'm doing it for nonprofits. I mean, this is the Venn diagram of like right there. So I'm like, yes. So I really love it. And the folks who work there, a lot of them come from, also previously having worked at nonprofits. So everybody's just there, very mission driven about just doing good work. Right. So we're not, out just turning out the next greatest looking widget, right? We're helping people help other people.
Yes.
And so it feels really good going to work every day. And, even if there's some stress or, it's hard, you're like, at the end of the day, though, we're empowering people who are like literally changing people's lives.
Yes.
I'm here for it.
Do y'all have on your software, is it software?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. On your software, do y'all have for events like fundraising?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
We need
fundraising
to know that.
and engagement. And a lot of some of our software too, it matches some of these corporate funders with nonprofits who need grants and things like that. So we have this whole sort of grant matching and we have this reporting thing. So that's one of the things with nonprofits, right? Is they're like, how do we report back to our funders or our donors how well we're doing and what impact they have? So we have a whole impact management line that lets them have like these great reports because then you get more money and you can do more good.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah. So it's really fun.
Amazing. And is it housed here in Austin?
We are a remote first company, but we have an office here in Austin.
Okay.
And like 4 out of the 7 senior exexecutives are here in Austin.
Okay.
So
wow.
Yeah.
You're doing the good work.
That's
That's amazing.
awesome.
Yeah. It was
That's highly needed, like an all-encompassing software, because you always have to piecemeal.
Yeah.
And with nonprofits, that's harder than
it's so hard.
you think.
And they're not like that's not they don't want to spend time like figuring out spreadsheets and manage this. They want to be actually helping people and creating these programs. So we try to take all of that off so they can spend more time doing the important work.
Oh, good. And are you still working with your mother's nonprofit?
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, Geri's Locker. So my sister and I started that after my mom passed away, as sort of a way to sort of honor her legacy. And it's funny is, you know, Tracy and I say this all the time. We're like, my mom's kind of like, you know, she was like a Jedi. Like she's stronger after she passed away than she was in life, even though she was very strong now. So we're getting all these things like post her passing away. Combined. All combined is coming together. And we're like, oh, now we're realizing all these things that she taught us. We didn't know she was teaching us like this, you know, life of service and how important, you know, giving and philanthropy is. But we just lived it, right? It was just part of the thing. And so, it was a great way for us to sort of to honor that as well. And looking back now, when my sister and I talk about it, it really helped us through our grieving process, right? We were like using that to sort of to manage our grief. So now that I'm working full time, you know, at Bonterra, I don't have as much time for Geri's Locker, but we're still doing, you know, some level of things. And it's one of those places where we can keep coming back to it. You know, when we have events that come up or initiatives that pop up, we can just spin up things. I like to say it's, and for any Harry Potter fans, it's kind of like the room of requirement. Like folks come to us, they're like, hey, I would really like to give money to teachers. I hear that they're buying equipment for their own classrooms, and you know, I want to fulfill their wish list. I'm like, great, got it. So we'll go and we'll gather wish lists from all the teachers. We'll take the money. We'll go shop and handle that. Yeah. And people are like, great, because there's so many people who want to give or support, but they just don't know like where to connect to.
Right? Agreed.
And so if you can be like a hub of sort of managing, getting resources to the right place to the people who need it. So that's kind of.
Do you think you've shifted Geri's Locker into your new position a little bit?
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
Like, look, I took mom's vision and
still doing it.
Mm-hmm. That's amazing.
That's amazing. I love that. And then, so it looks like I was just reading the website on here, and it's just basically removing barriers, providing resources, and creating equitable opportunities for communities and people in those communities. Where have you seen the most impact that your nonprofit is really touching?
Yeah, I think it's we're able to find some of the like the smaller places where, you know, you have stuff like, you know, American Red Cross, which is great, but some of those places you need like larger organizations to sort of handle those things. And then you have like these pockets of places where they're not big enough, you know, the need is not big enough to generate like national attention, right?
Sure.
But there's still people there who need assistance in one way, shape, or form. So really it's like finding these little nuggets of places. Like here in Austin, we have, you know, Foundation Communities, which is amazing. I mean, all the stuff that they do is amazing. But I don't know if you also know, they also have several like locations in various neighborhoods where they have, you know, like Section 8 housing, where they have kids are coming. And so these kids are there, but they are looking in these potentially really nice neighborhoods, but they don't have books in their homes. Yes. They need tutors, right? And so again, there's these little pockets. So we're like, okay, we're going to go like make a library, you know, in their childcare center. So all these kids have access to, you know, books, which they probably don't have in their home. But so sort of finding those little places where it's great because like people in my neighborhood come to me, they're like, hey, I want to donate or give this. I know you can find a place for this where I can't find it. Can you do it? And I'm like,
oh, that's so great.
We're in it.
Yeah. I love that.
That sounds so dreamy.
I love that.
I wish somebody would just give me a lot of money to donate.
I know.
I have plenty of places.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like some people have places that are like, oh, I know a place, or I know some people, or I know a group, or I know someone who knows someone.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah. Well,
and Dionn's definitely a connector.
That's what, you know, that's one thing. That's our mission with our podcast is connecting people together. So we just did an interview with Jeanette Valdez, another Ram, and she has
it's been all Ram so far. Richie Jennings, Jeanette, and you.
And she's doing good work, like trying to bring food to retired communities. But she needs resources too to make it work. But y'all are doing amazing things. I'm just doing this podcast.
Well,
which is amplifying these things.
Exactly.
This is the thing that I love. It's like some people are like, oh, you know, I don't know how to get back. I don't have special skills. I'm like, look, everybody has everything they need right now
Right.
to give back in a way that makes sense.
Exactly.
Sure.
And you having a platform is one of those ways to do that, because you're amplifying these voices and these messages, and that is needed too.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's our goal. That's our goal, is to share these good people with, as many people as possible.
For
so
sure.
that's,
So on here, it says something about River Place Theater.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
So, I'm a musical theater girl. Like, I've always loved it. I've, used to do it as a kid. It's, it's theater, it's fun. And so, when I had my kids, of course, I dragged them into music and dance and theater. And, they probably have some of it, they enjoyed it. So it's not like they hated it. But both of my kids did musical theater. And there was a nonprofit at our elementary school. It started out as a theater class, like the elementary school put it on, and then the school decided they were no longer going to do it. And the parents in their neighborhood who had all been volunteering were like, our kids love this. Like, this is a great, why are we not doing this? And so we're like, fine, we'll spin up a nonprofit and we'll do it. And we'll manage it. So it's, run by volunteers. Most of them are, parents of kids in the program, which is how I started. So, my kids tried out, and my oldest tried out and got in. And, I was like, well, I know a little bit about choreography. I can help out. The woman who was the choreographer before me, by the way, is a former Dallas Cowboy cheerleader who lives in the neighborhood. Yes. Shout out to Tamara.
Awesome.
So,
Anyways,
all the shout outs.
After she was sort of, was retiring from, doing that, I was like, well, I can step in. And, one thing led to another. First, I started out just doing choreography. And then the person who was directing had to leave and go out of town. I was like, well, what's the difference? I could do that too. So that's how I ended up sort of volunteering. And both of my kids went through the whole program, kinder through sixth, or through fifth grade. And then I was like, I love doing this. Like, I don't want to stop because my kids have aged out.
Right.
And so I've kept doing it. I think this is like my 15th year.
Wow.
Yeah. It's so fun. And giving the gift of theater to kids is just, we're building confidence. We're building, their ability to go stand up and talk in front of a bunch of people, and especially
giving them an outlet.
Especially nowadays, as we think about, the folks being on screens all the time. And we can see that a lot of our kids nowadays are having trouble, like, relating in real life.
Yes.
Like, having conversations, and so being in this kind of a program, they're having to do that, right? And they're having to get up and sing in front of a bunch of people. So it's just really great to see, to gift kind of that gift of A, musical theater, but B, just like the confidence that these kids get throughout this program. It's so fun.
When their technology is turned off.
Yeah. Yes.
They're having to interface.
That's right.
Interface
with one another.
With one another.
Yeah.
Did you have a favorite production that you did? Oh gosh, after 15 years.
They're big productions.
Yeah.
I think probably one of my most favorites was we did A Lion King. And it was fantastic. And we had a family who they're theater people and engineers, and built the puppets, like the real, we had this huge elephant, and we had these we had amazing things. And we rivaled an off-Broadway production of A Lion King. I tell you, it was phenomenal. It was phenomenal.
That's incredible. I'm so impressed.
I know.
I'm just doing this podcast.
Get on social media a little bit, so I'm like, wow.
Yeah, it's fun. It's really fun.
This is amazing.
But it's funny because, again, there's so many people with hidden talents out there.
Right.
And really all you have to do is give folks an opportunity to and an invitation to kind of step in and lean in with their stuff. And they're like, and they love it.
Yes.
And they just go for it.
Yeah.
Yes, this is so amazing.
It really is just giving people the outlet to share their gifts.
Yeah.
That's really what it is. That's what Shelley
and
does
that's really, 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 a big piece of this podcast. We're like, why aren't you doing a podcast? You're so engaging.
Yes.
Go do it. And hopefully we're making it look so easy. So people are like, well, if they can do it.
Yeah. I think that's kind of the takeaway.
How are they doing it?
How often does, your River Place Theater put out their productions? Is it once a year?
So we do an annual production. It's usually the first weekend in March. We start with rehearsals, auditions in September. We start rehearsals in October. And we practice twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 3 to 5. So the kids leave school and come straight to theater. We practice from 3 to 5, and then they go on with their merry way.
And you still have the flexibility to do that with your new job?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
great.
So
that was part of the negotiation.
Yes. I mean, they knew that going in. I was like, look, I'm still doing this. But we also have a volunteer impact program where we have paid volunteer hours for our employees. So, I mean, we are in the social good space. So we're like, yes, please continue to sort of, do those things.
All right. If you want to volunteer, we'll get you connected on that.
No, it's the employees get paid.
Oh, the employees get paid for volunteering.
Yeah. So at Bonterra, we pay.
Just like your job, Jody.
Well, that's true. It's like a big volunteering opportunity.
Teaching.
Yeah. So also it says on here, Stanford Recruiting. What do you do with Stanford Recruiting?
So Stanford, they tap their alumni to help with the interview process. And so, they get tons of applications, obviously, and they have an optional interview. So if you're local, you can have an interview, and then we do our write-up or whatever, and we send that in as part of sort of the holistic application process for folks.
Gosh.
And I had such a wonderful experience at Stanford. Loved it. Loved the school. I've made lifelong friends there. In fact, I was a dancer there. We were called the Dollies. And there was 5 of us, and we are still friends, and we vacation together every year. And even with our whole family, we have 14 kids between all of us, and we all get together for a week. We call it Dolly Week. And we get
really
together.
cute.
Yeah. And it's so much fun. And all the kids call each other cousins because they've all grown up together.
Yes.
Yeah. So I love everything about Stanford. So I'm so happy to share, with prospective students, about it and see if it's a good fit for them or not. So
did either of your boys go there?
No, they did not.
No.
They did not. My youngest, Devin, right now, he's at Rochester Institute of Technology. So he ended up in a nerd town as well as I was. So, but I think both of them really wanted to not go where their parents went.
Right. Right.
That's
okay. They want to make their own way.
They want to make their own way. They want to do their own thing. So
yeah,
we're 100% on board for that.
I get that. Wow, that's really great. Are you having a lot of friends that are having to deal with the fires over it?
Yeah,
I know it's in a different area.
So we do have some friends in LA and who, we were talking with someone who they literally just got in their car and drove for 3 hours to find a hotel to stay at, because even if their place wasn't burning down, but the air quality's terrible, right? And they're we don't want to be an additional drain on resources that are needed. So there's just so much. There's a lot of damage, and there's this peripheral damage as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a while for for them to recover from there. It's going to be a long road.
Shocking.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
so
if your friends will let us know how we can help, will you reach out and tell us?
Absolutely.
I don't really have anyone that lives in LA or,
Yeah, they're San Diego.
I just want to be able to help. I
Yeah.
cannot believe what's going on.
That's devastating.
That
Oh,
is just so
man.
hard to watch and
Ugh.
just know from afar, what the devastation that they're
Yeah.
dealing with. It's so terrible.
Yeah. There's going to be a lot of rebuilding later, right? Where I think more folks can get involved in kind of support, because right now they're still trying to contain the fire,
Yeah.
right? So
I know.
there's not much we can do quite yet,
Right.
But helping with folks who have been displaced and things like that. But
Right.
it's there's gonna be a lot of opportunities,
Yes.
For sure.
No
folks
doubt.
to help there
For sure.
I've always wondered this. You're a big runner.
Yeah.
And do you know Bob Wynn?
I don't know, Bob.
Okay. I didn't know.
Well, she lives in a
I know, but
area.
she used
Do you
to
come
run
down to
the
the trail
trail.
at all in
Yes.
Austin?
Yeah.
Where's your favorite place to run?
So when I was marathoning, which I'm a retired marathoner now, I don't do that kind of distance.
most people get to the point where they have to retire from
Yeah.
marathoning.
Well,
He's a
and
retired marathoner.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it would be, I used to run with Rogue Running. There's a running group downtown. And so we would run the trail and we would run everywhere anywhere kind of around there. But the trail is a wonderful resource in Austin.
Right. The Trail Foundation.
It's a 10-mile loop. There's bathrooms, there's water, there's shade.
Yeah.
For the most part, there's people, right? So especially if you're a woman, trying to run alone potentially, there's definitely places in there where you can get a run in where it's, there's still lights and there's other people and
for sure.
But I mean, it's a good spot. It's beautiful. I mean, you get to look at the lake.
I know.
And the way the Trail Conservatory has built up, the nature around it's fabulous.
Yes, they've done such a great job. Yeah.
These days, I do more like trails.
Trails.
Well, your neighborhood
my neighborhood has the River Place
trail.
Nature Trail. It's fantastic.
It is a good trail.
It's hard.
It is hard.
And when you get done with it, you're like, yeah, I totally worked out today.
Right.
You're like, that feels good. But there is a thing that I've come to realize, kind of later in life, but there is something extra special to be like being in nature. Like the whole like forest bathing thing.
Yeah.
So empowering, rejuvenating, calming. It's just like if you're having a bad day or you need some, just time to get centered and focused, like go out in nature.
Yes. It'll get you right back where you need to be.
Right back there.
Yeah. Yes, I agree.
It's so grounding. I love it.
I know.
It's my church.
It's your church.
Yes.
Yes.
It is.
It's such a great place to
I
go.
love it.
And then you're also involved with Mobile Loaves. How do you do all of this?
Yeah, well, like,
She's
Mobile
a
Loaves
giver.
and Fishes and Meals on Wheels.
Yeah.
I mean, when you start to think about like, okay, what, skills or assets do I have that someone else can, kind of use, and so like Meals on Wheels, it's like on a Saturday, can you go drive a route, it takes like 2 hours, it's really fun. I used to do it with the boys too. And it's so cute. Like these sweet, like old ladies would like see my huge boys with their big hair and they're like, oh, honey, and they would love to talk to them and stuff. And sometimes this is the only like human interaction they're getting, and, to take a couple hours on a Saturday, like it's really simple to do, right?
Do once a month.
Yeah. You could do once a month. And it's, we call it like Service Saturday, which we would do once a month. We're like, okay, we're going to go drive meals or, you go to Mobile Loaves and Fishes and they need people to, make sandwiches.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
We would do.
Yeah. We're like, we made 1,000 peanut butter jellies. Whatever it was, and it's real simple stuff.
Yeah.
And then when you're doing it with friends or family, it's time to connect and like, it doesn't take a lot to make a big impact.
It feeds my soul.
Yeah.
We've run into each other at Mobile Loaves.
Yeah.
And so it's like,
we did some of the deliveries and
or like boiling eggs, like so
boiling
easy.
eggs.
Yeah.
So easy to do. Drop off socks.
Yes.
People are always looking for socks. I also loved in the Mobile Loaves how it had the food portion, but it also had the clothing portion
and the books.
And this one gentleman that came up, he was like, this is where I got my interview clothes for my job. And, and he was looking through and trying things on and found a jacket and a tie. And he was like, this is going to really help me. And I was like, okay, Godspeed.
Such a great organization.
So, yeah, it really is. And it is an easy way to give back.
It is.
It's an easy way.
Yeah, eggs.
Yeah.
You could do eggs. You could do donations of
you can make cookies.
You can bring your old books or magazines. They love magazines. People love magazines. It just reminded me that there's this children's book I used to read and called Bud Not Buddy. I love that book.
Oh, man.
But in there they talk about this thing called Hooverville. It takes place during the Great Depression. I would read it to my class every year. But that at one point these people were living in like cardboard shelters and then something happened. They thought some food was coming and getting dropped off. And they said all of a sudden people from everywhere just started coming out of the forest because they didn't even see how many people were impacted by it. And I was like, oh my gosh, I've seen that. Like you don't see. And then all of a sudden when that Mobile Loaves shows up and all of a sudden it's swarmed and you're like, oh my gosh, I did not even know you were living in this area or that area, It's
just so mind-blowing.
Makes you think about how blessed we've been and if you could take time to share it with other people.
Yeah, 100%.
Now, I'm going to ask you a personal question. I mean, all this.
This has all been personal.
All this. Yes, it has been. But are you dating anyone?
Yes, I am.
Okay, good. Because you are a real catch.
Well, this is something I have, learned through my adult life is, I'm a challenging partner to be with because I like to do a lot of things.
You're
and
a Capricorn.
I'm a Capricorn, and there's ways that I want it done, But all that to say, but yes, I am dating someone, a very handsome, my silver fox, I call him. His name is Leo. We're coming up on 3 years.
Oh, my land. It took you a while to go public on it.
I know. It's like, yeah, I was married for quite some time, and then I got a divorce, and then I was I was going to focus on raising my kids and getting them launched. And then again, that was one of those things as I started to approach empty nesting. I'm like, okay, I don't have to do as much parenting now. Like, maybe now's the time for me and the relationship kind of thing.
For you.
Yeah. So
I love that. That's lovely.
Where's Leo from?
He is from Boston.
Okay.
He's a Harvard grad and former Marine.
Wow.
Yeah. So we have a lot of fun.
So y'all match each other's intensity.
Yeah. Yeah, you need that, a little bit of that.
That energy.
Yeah. That's my vibe.
Yeah.
That's my vibe. That's awesome. What else are you into? I feel like you have dipped into everything.
I mean, we did musical theater, obviously. Something that's super exciting is my bucket list moment is I'm officially an investor in a Broadway musical.
Wow.
Yes. It's called Gypsy. It's on Broadway right now.
Yes.
Starring Audra McDonald.
Yes.
It just opened like last month.
It's based on the old Gypsy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. It's fabulous. So if you get a chance, go see it. But, I've always sort of, it's kind of the next evolution of like being in musical theater, being a part of it.
Yes.
I think I let go of me actually being on Broadway at some points, but this is a good way to sort of like be involved.
Don't let go. Don't let go. I have no doubt.
I have no doubt that you could do it. Oh my gosh, that is really cool. So obviously you go to Broadway often. Then.
I have to share this. So Dionn and I were cheerleaders together.
Yeah.
And which is kind of embarrassing because I had no talent and Dionn had all the talent.
Yeah.
I mean, her jumping skills and everything, like all her jumps were, our mom was blown away by it.
Yes.
Your toe touch she was like, legs for days.
I was very long-legged.
Incredible gymnast, incredible personality, and so much fun. And then the rest of us were like little ferals, just like like it was like a popular vote. Like Dionn had the talent. Popular vote over here. And it was incredible. And she looks exactly the same, by the way.
I know.
I'm following.
It's really crazy.
Oh my gosh. What is your routine?
Yes.
No, I mean,
good genes.
Obviously,
There's also stunning.
Yeah,
Your mom was a beauty.
Yeah.
I mean, I actually really do enjoy like working out, like moving my body in motion in some way, shape, or form, whatever it may be, dance or whatever. I actually didn't start running until after I had my first kid.
Right.
Like I was a gymnast and a dancer.
Yeah.
I stopped dancing professionally when I got pregnant. I was like, you can't be an NBA cheerleader and be pregnant at the same time. It just doesn't work. So I needed something else. And then I was, had a baby. Like, so how do I put all those things together? So I, got my first jogging stroller and we would, spend time on the road jogging. And I was like, actually, I don't mind running. That's kind of fun. And so I sort of started running that way. And I did my first half marathon. I was like, okay, that was really great. Someone was like, oh, you should do a marathon. I'm like, oh, I can't imagine like running for that many hours. Like,
yeah.
And they were like,
I have so many other things to do.
And they were like, I was like, I'd get too bored. They're like, well, then maybe you should try this triathlon thing. And I'm like, oh, tell me more. And they're like,
even
there's
harder.
Swim, bike, and run. So you can do 3 different. I was like, okay, I like the variety. That kind of sounds good. I have no idea where to start.
Right.
Like, oh, there's this program called Iron Chicks, which is for girls, women, start out with. I was like, okay, and I started, and hooked instantly.
Yeah.
You get this, you learn how to swim. I never swam I knew how to swim, but not like fitness swimming, swim for miles. But, and it's just this gradual process that you start small, you just keep going big. And, I ended up doing 5 Ironmans, and it's just, you get kind of addicted to like, if the body feels good, you have energy to do things. I don't know. It's just really fun. So nowadays, again, I'm retired from all that big distance stuff. So I usually, again, do stuff on the trail or walk, or I ride my bike that's in my, garage gym. I love the Peloton app if anyone does that. Yeah. I love their strength classes. Their yoga classes there are really great. And it's one of those things that you can fit it in wherever you can fit it in,
And if you're traveling, you can just do the app in your
hotel
room. Or in your Airbnb.
Yeah, it makes it so convenient. So it's like I like, I wasn't a morning person until I started like training for, running and stuff. But now I really like the way it feels when you get up in the morning, you do the workout, and then you kind of start your day. Because my brain is not on in the morning, but if all I have to do is like follow somebody to do the workout, and great. So now my body gets going. So by the time my brain wakes up, you're like, come 9 a.m., like everything's firing, all the cylinders are going, you're ready.
It's the best way to start the day.
It really is.
Especially if you add nature into it. Then it's like, I'm ready. I'm ready for anything.
100%.
That's incredible.
100%. Yeah.
But what about your skin routine?
Okay, that is straight up genetics.
Oh my God.
That is genetics. Thank you, Mom.
We did not get the genetic thing. We got the Irish.
Scottish.
Yeah, I just like basic, just a basic soap. No, not basic. So now I use it's the Rodan & Field exfoliator. Okay. But then I use for lotion, I use the Lubriderm extra moisturizer, like the heavy.
Oh, wow.
Heavy. And just
nice.
And that's kind of how I roll.
That's incredible.
Yeah. It's
good
Mom.
genes.
That's Mom, yeah.
Okay, where are the boys living? One's up in Rochester.
One's in Rochester, and my oldest, he's here in Austin.
Okay.
And he just moved in with his girlfriend.
Nice.
So he's like adulting like a boss.
I love that.
And going through all those, figuring out early relationship, living together kinds of things, which I'm like, this is great. This is what's needed. And yeah, he's, pays his own bills, pays his taxes,
Wow.
That is great. I mean, this is just incredible getting caught up. And then what were some of your favorite memories growing up in Austin?
Well,
kind of, sort of. Sixth grade on.
Johnston, our experience at Johnston, it's so hard to explain to folks how amazing it was to bring these folks from different parts of Austin together, and we just all got along. It was just
we did.
I don't know.
It was a social experiment that went right.
Yes, and which was we were like, why are you stopping this? This was so amazing. I know, financially, there's things, but it was so amazing.
That is, I've sat on a couple of committees, and I mentioned this a couple times, but I'm like, why don't we go back to busing? It was amazing.
It was amazing.
And they're like, no.
And then we interviewed somebody from San Antonio. It was not amazing for San Antonio.
Yeah.
I think Johnston just literally.
It's the right people, right time,
all of
right.
It just gelled.
Man. Just gelled.
So
it was so beautiful.
It made the 45-minute commute each way, doable and tolerable. And we all got to meet such great folks and do some amazing things. And
we all learned from one another.
Jeez.
Yeah, I felt like everybody leaned in.
Yes.
It was like the whole community leaned in.
Right.
And said,
we're doing this.
Yeah.
Not nobody fought it. It didn't seem like it.
No.
At least from the kids' perspective, we didn't feel like, don't do that, don't
go.
Great. Right?
Who decided not to go move to Round Rock? And that's fine.
Yeah, right.
They made that choice.
Or Westlake,
that's fine.
Or whatever.
And so, but the rest of us, we leaned in.
Yeah, we loved it. I just met so many dynamic people.
And the teachers were phenomenal.
Yes. Incredible teachers, because they were invested.
They were.
Everybody that we've interviewed pretty much has had some connection to
Johnston. It's funny.
It's really funny.
Run deep and far around.
Yeah,
us.
right. Oh my gosh, this is incredible.
I know. I didn't get to go to the the reunion.
Yeah.
Did you go?
Not
No.
y'all's year,
Yeah.
that one, but we've made a couple of them before. Like, and Tracy comes down too.
I know.
I mean, and that's the other interesting
Oh my
thing is like
gosh.
across the grade levels, we were still connected.
Yes,
Exactly.
It was a family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And typically there was a sibling in, a grade, so
Yeah.
it's just, I don't, no
a
one else
unique
I've talked to has had that same kind of high school experience.
No, it's definitely.
It was so
unique.
rare.
Yeah.
And
unique.
Tracy and Dionn are really close.
I know. I love that.
The sister, aren't you so grateful?
Yeah.
And are you officially, is your dad still with us?
Yeah, he's here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he lives here in Austin.
Oh, good.
And yeah. He and Tracy are really close. He and I are not.
Okay.
She's a daddy's
Capricorn.
girl. Capricorn, I know. You're right. But yeah, but Tracy and I think part of it is because again, being military brats, we
Right.
you know,
There were a lot of sacrifices.
we
you had to
were
make.
sometimes the family was just the two of us. That was
Right.
it, right?
Yeah.
When you're in Japan, you don't get to meet cousins or hang out,
Right.
and so when you move every 3 to 4 years,
Yeah.
like the friend that you always have is your sister.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Right. And so a lot of times it was, we were the only ones we knew in whatever new place we went to. And so
Wow.
I don't know, we were always really close. And I think we were far enough away where we weren't like competing because we were
Right.
3 years, 1 month and 1 day. So we're far enough away where we're not competing, but close enough where we can still like do a lot of the same things, together as we were sort of growing
Yeah.
up, things like that. So
Is she empty nesting?
she also is empty nesting.
Oh, that's
good.
Yes.
great.
Yeah.
The travel board.
Yeah. So our oldest are the same age.
Okay.
And our youngest are within like 9 months of one another.
Okay.
So we sort of have gone through both of those life stages
Oh,
together,
fun.
which is really fun.
That's really great.
Sisters are the best.
Yeah. So we
Oh,
we have a
man.
mad love for each other. We almost have
do.
like that weird
Twinning.
twinning
Mhm,
thing where we can
mhm.
kind of just look at each other
Yes.
and it just says everything,
Yes.
Yeah,
and,
that's so great.
or she has to push me along a lot.
And she has to pull me back.
That's why you work
yin and
together as a
yang.
team so well. It's so
Definitely
really
yin
the two
and
of
yang.
those. Yeah.
Yin and yang. Oh, man.
So living in the Austin area, do you have a favorite like restaurant or do you have favorite places that you would recommend? Like you got to go here.
Well, I mean, it may seem kind of cliche, but I love Chewy's. I really do.
Oh my God.
I'm a big queso girl,
Me too.
so I really love a good Chewy's. And then for my fancy place that we always like to go is True Luxe. Super
Oh my
yummy,
gosh, I
so
love their crab
delicious.
cakes. They're just so good. It's like buttery,
And their
melty.
stone crab claws.
Yes.
And they always make it such a wonderful experience when you get there.
Yes.
Yes, for sure.
It does feel like a vacation.
Yeah, it's
It
always
does.
like fancy,
You're like,
a
oh,
little
yeah.
bit special.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a big foodie, so I'm not as like,
right.
I don't know like the restaurants to go to, but I like just going to those places where it's kind of just a casual vibe and it's fun and
Yes.
relaxing.
Is
and-
Leo living in Austin?
yes, so
Okay.
he lives downtown.
Okay. Nice.
Yes, and it's
Fun.
totally fun. So it's fun for us. Like we have this. We're like, do we want to do like a downtown vibe weekend where like I
Yes.
park the car and then we just walk everywhere,
Yes.
or do we want it to be suburbs where we're
I mean,
out and we're
it's-
like building stuff in the backyard?
yeah.
So right now it's really fun having kind of these,
Oh my gosh, that's
two
perfect.
places to go and like hang
That
out.
is fun because then you're
Yeah,
getting
that's
both
like the
taste of everything.
Mhm.
I love that.
A lot of empty nesters are like, I want to live in a condo downtown right now.
Yeah.
And it's like, but they don't want to sell their house.
Well,
it's
yeah.
like,
I mean, and
that's-
Austin's so expensive.
It's
right?
so
Right.
expensive.
So I have lots of friends who, kids have moved out and they're like, okay, it's time to downsize. They could downsize, but end up paying the same amount for like a smaller
Exactly.
space, no
Yeah.
garage, like no land. And so they're like,
Yeah.
forget it. We're
and
just going to stay.
and you don't
Yeah.
have a mortgage right now,
Yes.
so
Yeah.
enjoy.
There's nothing really out there.
It's interesting. This is a challenge up in our area because some of our schools, so like in the Steiner Ranch area,
Yeah.
Right.
the problems, empty nesters aren't moving out.
Yes.
So new families aren't moving in.
Yes.
So there's
So their
no
numbers are
So the
down?
numbers are down.
Yeah.
Oh.
So they have less kids who need
Yeah.
elementary schools because there's no
That's-
kids. There's less kids there
Yeah. That's what happened in
because
Northwest
nobody's
Hills.
moving.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even think
Yeah,
about
it
that.
was a big issue in Northwest Hills for a while. So
you rezone and like trying to.
Yeah,
But we just don't need as many schools as we have now. We've
and
kind
y'all
of
can't really rezone.
No, because we're at the very bottom of the district.
Yeah, and you have a lake and too many other parameters.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that.
So it's interesting how the,
but there's nowhere for people to move.
Thanks for those property taxes. Thanks, guys.
I know. Yeah, still funding all the schools very heavily. But but like my son, my 24-year-old, they were like, at what point do we try to start like investing in a house? But anything we want, we have to get outside of Austin for. I mean, we
outside of Austin.
Yes. But like Mainer's having a big boom right now. Because people are like, okay, you can still afford to get some actual house here and land here. And it's not that far of a drive if you need to come into Austin.
It's not that far.
And it's close to Musk land.
Yes.
So
yes.
might as well
if you're working up that way. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I hear you. Okay. What would be a perfect day for you if you were going to design a perfect day? I know workouts in there.
Yeah. It's a workout. Like it's a get up, have like a nice outside workout kind of a thing. I always do like to have some kind of activity thing going on. Like, even if we're riding bikes outside, or I'm big into like DIYing now.
Yes.
Like I like creating things.
Yeah. And you have time.
And I have time, and so like some sort. Poor Leo. I drag him into he was more of can we just sit and actually just sit and watch football? I'm like, no, we can have football on while we're doing these other things. He's like, oh gosh. But he was just saying yesterday, he's like, wow, I'm so much more like functionally fit. Like, cause I'm like, we got to drag this bag up here and we'd carry this lumber from here to there. And like, it's like, this is like real stuff, So I just like, again, like things around like creating anything. It could be creating opportunities for someone else. It could be building something, creating something artistic, like with theater, doing choreography, but just really like actively like creating and like kind of doing is
does
really
sound
well. Now, every now and then I will do I'm not leaving the couch for 2 days.
Yes.
Have queso brought to me, kind of a thing. Sleep on and off. Yeah. But I would say probably about every once every 6 to 8 weeks. I'm like, this is that time that it's a down weekend, and just kind of embrace that.
Like, I'm in.
Yeah, he's like, awesome. It's like, thank goodness that's this one.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh.
Do you like to travel?
Yeah, I do. I have found that I really like to travel to like Caribbean, like South beach, hot kinds of
with
things.
That bikini body. That makes sense.
That makes sense.
No, it's
that tracks.
I really like that, and that's actually a kind of place where you can have two kind of vacations, right? So there are some where you go and you just lay on the beach and you don't do anything.
Yeah,
and then we have some kind of like adventure vacation. So like my triathlon friends and things like that, we'll do like we used to call it like a racecation. So we'll go to do some sort of race somewhere and make it a fun sort of adventure. Like right now on our books, we are planning to go hike Mount Fuji in 2026. So that's our next big thing. So looking forward to sort of that, like, something that's fun and challenging, but it also kind of connects us because we're like, okay, we have to train for it, so we're going to get together and do that and stuff. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Good for
y'all.
y'all.
Sounds really great.
Yeah.
Your tribe is more productive than my tribe.
We just watch sports.
But that's fine. Then you're like, let's go to a
Oh, she was going to come to tailgate. She was going to come to the Georgia tailgate.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, we will.
It was crowded.
I think we need a flag.
Yeah.
It is kind of hard to find. Wow, Mount Fuji, the peak is 12,389 feet.
It's a little bit of a full circle for me because I grew up. I spent 4 years in Japan, and we learned to ski on Mount Fuji.
Right,
our elementary had a ski team.
Oh yeah,
it looks beautiful.
It was it was so amazing. So I'm looking forward to that. It's gonna be fun.
Oh my goodness, I'm inspired by you. I'm just
that's at sea level, right? So you're going to sea level.
I think
it looks like it.
Yeah.
They don't have it's not like the Tetons where you start at 8 and
no, it's a full climb.
Mm-hmm.
12,000. They probably have like some kind of get up a little closer, but they'll probably start at the base and hike the whole thing.
Well, this same group, I didn't go because I'm not super good with super cold, and they did Kilimanjaro.
Oh yes,
yeah, and that's a little too cold for me. That's, and lack of oxygen.
Yeah.
I wasn't on board for that one. I was like, I will cheer y'all on. Like nobody's business. Make it happen.
Yeah. Go.
Do you have to have a guide for Mount Fuji?
I think so.
Like Kilimanjaro?
No, well, actually, no, because they have like some like stations or whatever, some camps and things. So what also is very important in your friend group is to have a planner, someone who plans these things.
Virgo.
Yeah, okay.
Everybody needs a Virgo.
Mine is just, I'm like, do I need my passport? Tell me what flight I'm supposed to book.
Yeah.
That's all the information I usually know. I don't even know where we're staying. I don't know anything.
Yeah. Well, you also need friends that will follow blindly.
Yes.
That's the other side.
Yes. Yeah.
And pay their portion.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm willing to pay my portion. You just tell me where to show up. Like, what kind of gear do I need for this? Like, what are we doing? But Jane is, she's our planner on that one. And then my other friend, Vegas, she's also a big planner. So we have two planners in our
group. Verify that they're Virgos.
Yeah, they probably are.
I will figure that out.
Well, I was trying to see, because we would vacation every year in Crested Butte, Colorado with the kids when they were younger. And I was looking at the height. That one's 12,000. So I'm like, okay, we hiked that.
Can do it. Yes.
Well, but you're starting from 8 and going to 12.
She's
starting from 0 and going
up.
Yeah.
That's true.
I think
that's a different
day.
Yeah. It's a different height.
Yeah. And we have some of our other friends who quite often, several times do the Grand Canyon hike where you go rim to rim. I've done that. That's on my list too. I haven't done it yet, but just from
it's so just fun to be on a different type of hike. One of my friends, the Crails, they went and hiked through Ireland. There was like a hike that sounded so lovely. I'm like, yes.
I bet the views were amazing.
They went to Scotland and Ireland, and it was just lovely. Wow, you have some big adventures coming up.
That's exciting.
I can't believe it.
The 50s are the new 20s.
That's right.
You go and you just do the stuff, And this is one of the things, too, as us ladies of a certain age, is, I think generations before us, they waited for a long time before they would go take advantage of their life and their opportunities, right?
And then they had that small window.
A very small window where they're still able to do some of these things, right? And I think that's one of the things that our generation is doing a better job of is figuring out how to do things now. While we do have
the physical
abilities, the resources and the time and making those opportunities.
Take that early retirement, go travel, blah, blah. You can work again at 70 if you need to. Whatever, but let's get out and do it.
Do it. And
because traveling even now is harder than it was at 30.
Yeah.
It's just harder to get everything out the door. And
then you're like, do I have enough of my medication to last the whole time I'm
gone? You have to line a bunch of stars. Yeah.
Well, also what your expectations for accommodations have increased.
Oh, yeah.
As you get older, you're like, I'm not willing to not have this.
I'm not sharing a bedroom with 7 people anymore. This is
well, and my sister and I talk about is you figure out who you can travel with.
Yes.
And that's a really important thing to figure out. Right.
Yes, it is.
It's no thanks.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's nothing you can figure out until you do it and you learn and you're like, okay.
Yes.
It's trial by fire.
Well, you are definitely inspired me.
Dynamo.
I need to get into my DIYs. I need to, I do need to get back to Mobile Loaves. I haven't been doing it for a while, so I do love
just drop off those eggs.
Just drop off the eggs.
That's a huge
and some socks.
Yeah,
socks and eggs. That's what they
and
really
eggs.
want. Magazines. I don't buy magazines anymore.
Yeah.
So. Wow, this has been so nice catching up with you.
Thank you so much for driving in.
Yes, thank you for driving in. I know it's not easy.
I know you're over Zoom. I was like, no, I'm coming
Good. Yes. I like the studio better.
I prefer
It's way
the
more
studio.
fun.
I love the reconnection.
Yes. It's like you really
it's
feel
so fun.
in each other's business.
Yeah.
You know.
And I love that you all are doing this, and I love that you all are doing it together. I'm all about a sister situation.
Yeah.
So I love that you guys are doing that together.
Sisters are the
It's
best.
been fun. I mean, it's different. And I think people are like, what? What are y'all doing?
They're like, are y'all really doing
Do you really have anything to talk about?
We have so many stories.
A lot to say.
Well, we'd love to get you and your sister on. We want to do a sister
Oh, yeah. We don't want to do sister series.
We love to watch the dynamic of sisters. It's super fun
it's
for
so
us.
Fun. And we cherish it. So
we
it's
do. We do. We love our family.
We know what it takes to appreciate it.
Yes.
You should get all the Ross girls in.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah.
They need their own YouTube channel.
I know, right?
They got stories for days.
Oh my gosh. Thank you for coming all this way. And we hope to reconnect with you and your sister.
And follow your journey.
And follow your journey. I want to hear all about it.
And you can do this with us. We end every episode with Texas, Texas.
Yeehaw.